Hey guys, what's going on? Darren here, and welcome back to the F1 22 My Team Career Mode. And this time, we go back home as we're at Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. If you enjoyed this video, please do smash the like button down below, and if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. Now, if you haven't seen the last video, go back, go check it out. It was a very good race, and for us, it was the perfect result as we won in fairly convincing fashion the Canadian Grand Prix, and our title rivals, Norris, Verstappen, Leclerc, they struggled to score points. So now we have a quite healthy lead going into our home race here at Silverstone. And with that, we're going to be diving straight into qualifying for this Grand Prix because this is an important race for the championship. So here we go then, we are waiting now for qualifying to get underway, and this is, as I said, an important qualifying session for us in the Pulse Motorsports car. We need a good result here today. If we can win the British Grand Prix, then we could potentially be in a position where we are a race ahead of everyone else, and that will be so important because it will mean that we've got a lot of leverage, that we can have a mechanical failure here, a mechanical failure there, and it won't affect us too badly. Anyway, this is our first qualifying lap here at Silverstone, the beautiful Silverstone circuit, I must add, one of my favourite circuits on the calendar. It's such a fast blast. There's not really any heavy braking zones, and it just makes it so much fun. Here we go into Brooklands for the first time. Brooklands is such a fast, fun corner to go into. And then you got Luffield here, but we've completely messed it up. We ran deep at Brooklands, and then we ran deep at Luffield, and it means that we've got a bad exit at Luffield, and through Woodcote Corner we go now. Down the Hamilton Straight, I believe this is the Hamilton Straight, anyway, into Copse Corner we go. Through Copse, we gave it a lot of margin there through Copse. So on our next lap, we are going to have so much space to push the limits a lot faster. And now through Maggots, into Beckett's. And then on the exit of Beckett's, you've got this corner here, that's Chapel Corner. And now down the Hanger Straight before you go into Stowe Corner. Stowe Corner is where I was sat the last time I was at Silverstone, right there. Stowe B. Had a great view into Stowe Corner, saw a lot of good overtakes in the 2021 British Grand Prix. And then through Stowe into Club Corner there, I almost got that wrong. So Club Corner, and then you got the final corner, and that's a lap of Silverstone. We do a 129.2. We can definitely go a lot faster than that because in practice we were in the 128s. So I know that we could definitely get a low 128. There's a lot of time for us to find then on this final lap around Silverstone, so we skip it to the end of the lap here in qualifying, and here we go then into the loop section. That's a new section that was of course added in 2010, and through there we go now down the Wellington Straight. We're currently a tenth and a bit down, so that's not great, but it's here where we lost a lot of time first time around, and you can see through Brooklands we go, and all of a sudden look at the time that we gain. We go green by a tenth, make that 2/10, so we found 3/10 of a second there, but on the exit of Luffield we spin, we hit the wall, and that's us out of qualifying. That is the end of qualifying for the British Grand Prix. As you can see, we just dip a tyre onto the gravel, and it's time now for the Grand Prix.
Welcome along then to Great Britain and the Great Silverstone circuit for today's Grand Prix. The 3.6 miles of Silverstone circuit in Great Britain is hallowed ground to the Formula One faithful. We have 18 corners that wrap around this former World War II airbase and some good passing opportunities at the end of the DRS zones. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday, and it's put him on pole, edging out Lando Norris, who'll start from P2. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Sainz, Prost, Max Verstappen and Ricciardo, Perez, Hamilton, Ocon and Robert Schwartzman, Fernando Alonso, Albon, Pierre Gasly, Bennett, Magnussen, Mick Schumacher, Guan Yu Zhou and Lance Stroll, Théo Pourchaire, Oscar Piastri, Latifi and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out then. Let's see who can prevail today.
So Prost, only P4 for the Grand Prix, is a very big surprise. But not only is that a surprise, take a look at this, which I noticed on the formation lap. There's a lot of cars on the soft compound tyres here today, and that's going to make this Grand Prix very, very interesting. Because of course, throughout this season, everyone's been doing the races on the medium tyres, but today some people are starting on softs, so this 2-stop race could even be a 3-stop. Let's see what happens, and when the lights go out, and away we go. We're getting off to a pretty good start, actually, to say we started on the mediums. We've been taken by 2 drivers who started on softs, but to be fair, that is to be expected. The softs are a lot faster and a lot more grippy than the mediums, so yeah, to say we only lost 2 places, that's not too bad. So anyway, through the corners we go, get straight past the 2 cars who did start on the soft tyres, so straight through past Schumacher and Magnussen. Albon is next up for us, but Albon lost a couple of places as well to people who started on soft compound tyres. And can we get Albon through into Lovefield? No, we can't. We tried it. Sorry, into Brooklands, but we have the inside line for Lovefield, and through we go. That is us past Alex Albon. That is us back up to P13. So we found a place in the Grand Prix, so that's good for us. We found a place. Next up is Pierre Gasly, and we need to find a way past Gasly as quickly as possible. We are a lot faster than Pierre Gasly. We just need to find a way past him. But of course, he is on those soft tyres, so maybe in the opening phases, he might actually be faster than us, despite our car being overall a lot faster than the AlphaTauri. Gasly, with those soft tyres, could maybe find a way to get past us, stay ahead of us, as Kevin Magnussen finds a way past Alexander Albon as we go into Stowe Corner for the first time in this Grand Prix. And you can see we're closing up quite quickly to the back of Pierre Gasly and also Fernando Alonso in front of us. So yeah, things are looking pretty good for us, I think, actually, as we end the first lap here at Silverstone, and we're in P13. But we got a lot of work to do in this Grand Prix if we want to score some points.
Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh soft. Their tyres are just 1 lap old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining.
So Gasly is on the 2-stop strategy, as we've just found out by Mark Priestley. So that's very interesting. Are they going to do soft, medium, medium, or are they going to do soft, medium, hard? Only time can tell in this British Grand Prix as we go towards the end of lap number 2. And look at this, we're all over the back of Pierre Gasly. We're going to go for a move down the inside. No, we're actually going to back off. But Alonso locks up, and that means Pierre Gasly goes very slowly. We run into the back of Pierre Gasly, and we've damaged our front wing. Not only have we damaged our front wing, but Alain Prost is in the pits as well. So a disastrous couple of corners for Pulse Motorsport. Prost is in the pits. We've broken our front wing. And now we go a bit later on in lap number 3. We got the DRS. We're going to look for a move down the inside of Pierre Gasly. And Gasly turns in on us into Brooklands. He's turned in on us. And I think we've damaged our front wing a little bit more. Because as you can see, Mark Priestley is saying he's got a new strategy option. Which means only one thing. That yes, we've damaged our front wing even more here at Silverstone. But we're not going to give up. We're going to look for a move down the inside on Pierre Gasly. Can we make it stick? Yes, we can. And that is us through to P11. But look at our front wing. The front left has been severely damaged by running into the back of Pierre Gasly as he stopped because Alonso ran wide going into Club Corner. And now we've also damaged the front right end plate on the wing as well. And that was when Gasly turned into us going into Brooklands. A disastrous few corners then for Pulse Motorsport, especially with Alain Prost diving into the pits very, very early. Of course, he started on the soft tyres, so I don't know if he's maybe on a 3-stop strategy here today, which, yeah, it's a little bit interesting there. I don't know why he's in the pits. I've got to assume he's on the 3-stop strategy as opposed to a 2-stop, as we go to a little bit later on in lap number 4. And here we go then against Lewis Hamilton. Even though we've got a very broken front wing, that has not stopped us there finding a way past Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton's very slow in this Grand Prix. I don't know what's happened to him. I wonder if he's damaged his front wing a little bit as well, because, yeah, we should not be faster than Lewis Hamilton despite him being on those medium compound tyres, because, well, you've got a very damaged front wing, so I can only assume Hamilton also has a damaged front wing, because look at that. Hamilton, as we go towards the end of lap number 5, has lost a lot of places in this Grand Prix, so, yeah, Hamilton, he's lost 5 seconds to us. And that's despite us having a broken front wing. So yeah, Hamilton must also have a damaged front wing, as his teammate Robert Schwartzman comes into a pits to get off those softs and get onto a set of medium compound tyres. And a lot of the soft tyre runners have dived into pits, so we've joined them in the pits. But we are, of course, going to be changing our front wing as well as our tyres to get off our set of mediums to get onto a fresh set of some more medium compound tyres. And let's see where we're going to come out in this Grand Prix. Oh dear. We are in 21st place in this British Grand Prix. And if we want to score some points, which we do, we have got a lot of work to do here at Silverstone as we go towards the beginning of lap number 7. And there's some other cars in the pits. There's Porsche in the pits, Joe Guan Yu's in the pits, and Mick Schumacher in the pits. So we get past those guys. Well, at least we're now back up to P18. So that's some places that we've made up, right? So yeah, we've made up some places in this British Grand Prix. But surely now we're going to find a way past Oscar Piastri. We've got a much faster car than Piastri, and we fly past Piastri. That is us up to P17. Here at Silverstone, we're going to look into Stowe Corner. They're almost getting past Kevin Magnussen. But at the same time, we almost have an aeroplane incident there trying to pass Kevin Magnussen. He was going so slow that we just dove it down the inside. And, well, it almost went completely wrong for us. But somehow we just managed to avoid an incident there as Robert Schwartzman's in the pits again. So Schwartzman must have damaged his front wing. And he's coming to the pits once again. So Schwartzman could be on a 3-stop strategy as I go down the inside on Kevin Magnussen. That is us through and up into P15. And next up for us is the man that has very much broken our front wing in this Grand Prix. Yes, the next man for us to pass is Pierre Gasly. And here we go now. We're going to go down the inside on Pierre Gasly. That is us up to P14 in this Grand Prix. Through we go. Easy as you like. Past Pierre Gasly. And that is up to P14. But as you can see as we go into the minimap, there's a lot of other cars in the pit lane. And it looks like we're going to get through and past a couple other people. And is that going to put us back into the points here at Silverstone as we set a new fastest lap? We go up to P12, P11. Not quite into the points. But next up for us is Fernando Alonso. And when we find a way past him, that will be us into the points here at Silverstone. And you can see actually we've got a few laps later on. We're actually now up to P number 9 in this Grand Prix. As our teammate Alain Prost dives into the pits and someone else must have pitted as well. So that is us now up to P9. And we go a little bit later to lap number 11. And we're right up the back of Fernando Alonso as Schwartzman has retired from this British Grand Prix. It's all kicking off here at Silverstone. And we're going to get the DRS on Fernando Alonso. And here we go with overtake. We're getting closer and closer to Alonso. And down the inside into Stowe Corner we go through past Fernando Alonso. That is yet another overtake for us here at Silverstone. Next up for us is Esteban Ocon. Now, are we going to be able to find a way past Esteban Ocon? And if so, where are we going to find a way past Ocon? It's going to be very interesting as we start lap number 12. As we're right up the back of Esteban Ocon. And he is also closing up to the back of Carlos Sainz, who's right up the back of the McLaren as well. So who knows? We could be in P5 in just a couple of laps' time. This British Grand Prix has unravelled very nicely for us. Despite us breaking our front wing early on, we are looking set for a good amount of points here at Silverstone. Here we go, getting closer to Ocon. I know we're going to be able to get him down the inside. We're going to get him on the inside for Luffield. No, we can't. We're going to sit behind Esteban Ocon for now. But surely we can get him into Copse Corner if we get a good exit from Woodcote. Here we go then. Slipstream. Are we going to go down the inside on Ocon? Are we going to go for it? And we are, you know. We're going to go down the inside. Boom! Down the inside into Copse Corner. But we run wide. And, well, yeah, that wasn't really fair. So we're going to give the position back to Esteban Ocon. But it was a good attempt. But we did run a little bit wide. So we did give the position back to Ocon there. But that's no issue because I have a feeling we're going to fly past him very quickly. And there's a car going slowly there. Who's that? Like Carlos Sainz. Sainz is going slowly. And we go past Ocon, but we go past him illegally. And Ocon, he's going to come back. We had to give the position back to Ocon, but Ocon slams his car past us. But into Club Corner, we go down the inside. And it turns out that Carlos Sainz actually had a front puncture. Carlos Sainz had a puncture. He's not retiring from this Grand Prix, but he's had a puncture, and that means that he's going to have to dive into the pits once again. Ocon very brutally coming back past us, but we did find a way past him going into Club Corner as we go towards the end of lap 14 and into and down the inside we go past Sergio Perez, and that is us up to P5. And we did that just to mess with Sergio Perez because we dived straight into the pits at the end of lap 14. And that is us making our second stop in this Grand Prix. And that's going to be us looking to get onto a set of hard compound tyres to take us to the end of this Grand Prix. So guys, I just want to say if you are enjoying this video, please do smash the like button down below. And if you haven't already, of course, subscribe to the channel for more F1 content. We got so much F1 content to bring your guys' way, especially during this off-season period. We got a lot of videos to bring to you guys, and I can't wait to get releasing some more F1 content. I had a few slow videos recently, but we are going to be picking up with a few more videos now as we enter the end of season phase before the 2023 season, of course, does get back underway. So yeah, guys, like I said, if you have enjoyed this video, please do smash the like button and subscribe for more content. Let's go to later on in lap 16, and look at this now. We're all over the back of Lewis Hamilton. Hamilton has to pit again in this Grand Prix, so his tyres are very much used, and that means he is struggling for tyre grip. And look at this. Are we going to go all the way around the outside of Lewis Hamilton? Look at that. It's a beautiful move. Right around the outside of Hamilton. Through we go. That is us now to P10 here at Silverstone. And we go towards the end of lap 19. Some more drivers have dove into the pits to make their second, or in some cases third and final stop here at Silverstone. And that is us now right up to behind Daniel Ricciardo. And I have a feeling we're going to get past him quite quickly. And that's going to put us in P5 in this Grand Prix. And a 5th place for us is absolutely splendid. So let's see what we can do here with Daniel Ricciardo. We're going to have to sit behind him for now. Yeah, we do. We just have to sit behind him for now. But we're getting closer and closer to him. And we're right up behind Daniel Ricciardo. And if we get a good exit from here, then you never know our luck against Daniel Ricciardo. Here we go. We do get a decent exit. And we're getting closer and closer to the Aussie. But we're going to have to sit behind him for now. We can't pass him into Cop's corner. But we can use it to set him up through Maggots and Beckett's. And then with the second DRS zone, we can fly past Daniel Ricciardo. Here we go into Maggots. Getting right up behind him. Through Beckett's we go now. And with the DRS, here we go. Got the DRS and the ERS. And we're going to fly past Daniel Ricciardo. And that is us up to P5 here at Silverstone. We take 5th place in this Grand Prix. This race has come alive for us, as that is yet another overtake for us here today.
It looks like we might have an issue. Hang in there. We're attempting to manage it.
But as we go towards the end of lap 24, and we're about to start the penultimate lap in this British Grand Prix, Mark Priestley has just given us some bad news over the radio. He said, stand by, he thinks we have an issue. Surely not. Surely we don't have an issue as we start the penultimate lap here at Silverstone. Apparently we've got an issue. Can we make it to the end of this Grand Prix?
It looks critical. Find somewhere to retire as soon as possible. We can't risk you carrying on with this race, I'm afraid.
No, we cannot. On the penultimate lap here at Silverstone, we are going to break down and retire from the British Grand Prix. We are retiring from 5th place. What a disastrous result. And for us, that is the end of our British Grand Prix. I do not believe it.
Well, they've done a brilliant job, I must say, under some intense pressure to take a well-earned victory here at the British Grand Prix. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we can talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those we witnessed today.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently, and it's clear to see that they've put in the work, and they should be so proud of the victory they've secured here.
So it's victory for Max Verstappen and a 1-2 for Red Bull Racing. That is a great result for them. And Charles Leclerc in 3rd. I feel like these guys absolutely all needed this result here today. So it's great for these guys. All 3 of them really needed this podium here today. And that is going to shake up the championship quite a lot, I have a feeling. Because drivers who were quite high up, they didn't score very well here today. So let's see what that has done then to this Drivers' Championship. And as I said, Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix from Sergio Perez in 2nd, Charles Leclerc in 3rd, Norris 4th, Ricciardo 5th, Alonso 6th, Ocon 7th, Prost in 8th, Gasly 9th, and Kevin Magnussen rounds out the top 10. But look at that, we had 3 different strategies today. We had a 1-stop, a 2-stop, and even a 3-stop strategy. And they all finished in the points. And we of course had 2 DNFs from the Grand Prix, and that was myself and Robert Schwartzman. So as I said, let's take a look now at the Drivers' Championships and see what has changed. And look at that, Sergio Perez has taken the lead of the Drivers' Championship. We've dropped to P2 in the Drivers' Championship. Lando Norris and Alain Prost are now in 3rd and 4th. And this championship is closing up very, very nicely. And Pulse Motorsport is, of course, still leading the Constructors' Championship. So if you guys enjoyed that video, and I hope you did, as always, comment, leave a like, and if you haven't already, of course, subscribe for more F1 content. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for the Austrian Grand Prix. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.